Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. In a move that will echo through history like a gunshot in a cathedral, the United States has permanently barred Nobel Prize winner Wole Soyinka, the 91-year-old Nigerian titan who once shredded his green card on live TV in defiance of Donald Trump. I am banned, Soyinka thundered today in Lagos, waving the U.S. consulate chilling revocation letter like a declaration of war. No crime. No trial, just exile. The man who survived Nigerian dictators, defied apartheid, and stared down death now stands locked out of America, his final frontier. For me, this is not just a visa denial. This is a global silencing. Well, before we go into the newspaper to find out the full details on this, kindly subscribe to our channel. Now, let's dive into the newspaper to find out what exactly took place. Professor Wole Soyinka has actually disclosed that his United States visa was recently revoked permanently by American authorities. Speaking during a media parley held at Freedom Park in Lagos just a few minutes ago, at the time of filing this report, the literary icon explained that the decision followed his refusal to attend the re-interview requested by the U.S. consulate. Now, Soyinka revealed that he had American green card shortly after the emergence of former President Donald Trump in his first-time bid, describing it as a personal protest against what he saw as divisive and discriminatory leadership. Now, following that act, he resorted to traveling to the United States with a B1, B2 visa. According to him, the consulate letter invited him for a visa revalidation interview, which he ignored. Then on October 23, 2025, he received another letter asking him to visit the consulate so that his visa could be officially stamped as cancelled permanently. The professor, however, said he would not honor the invitation, insisting that such a visit was unnecessary. If they wish to cancel it, that is their business, Soyinka said. I will not go there to help them do it. Despite the revocation, he noted that he would not reciprocate the action. I will continue to welcome any American to my home if they have anything legitimate to do with me, he affirmed. Soyinka also used the occasion and opportunity to recount two earlier experiences he had with the U.S. authorities, both of which he described as minor and misunderstood incidents that did not amount to criminal activity. The first incident, he said, occurred many years ago at an American airport. Having flown in from the United Kingdom during winter, Soyinka decided to eat some spicy chili pepper to keep warm. He also pierced a few in his pocket before boarding his flight. Upon arrival in the United States airport, officials discovered the pepper during a routine search and fined him $25 for bringing agricultural produce into the country without the declaration. The officials were just doing their job, he said, laughing. It was a harmless mistake. I simply forgot to declare the chili I had carried from London. The second incident took place in the 1970s at Chicago Airport, where Soyinka said he had challenged an immigration officer who made a racist remark. The confrontation drew attention and the police were called in. It took the intervention of the late Chief Emeka Anyaoku, who later became Secretary General of the Commonwealth, to calm the situation and prevent it from escalating. Reflecting on both experiences, Soyinka said, and I quote him word for word, I do not think those two incidents are enough to classify me as having a criminal record in the United States. They were simply misunderstandings that could happen to anyone. The Nobel laureate added that aside from those two incidents, he had enjoyed cordial relations with the U.S. for many years until political climate changed under Trump's administration. He concluded by urging people to always stand against discrimination and injustice anywhere in the world. Silence in the face of prejudice, Soyinka said, is as dangerous as the act itself. Coming from Wole Soyinka is really amazing. My colleague is in the house. This is a case of we have something quite very strong in Nigeria that he could actually voice his stance on. But for some personal reasons, Professor Wole Soyinka have decided to be quiet over so many things politically going wrong in Nigeria. He was very quick to tear his green card when Donald Trump, he perceived, was not doing right. But in Nigeria here, he's not quick at all to tear any of his Nigerian passport or even voice his opposition in this particular dispensation. My colleague is in the house. What's your take?
I think this is quite troubling for Wole Soyinka. He didn't expect this to happen. And looking at the situation on ground and the fact that, most of them had so much, they have so much confidence as a result of the fact that, they are a global citizen, But right now, with the move that has been taken against him, it's a pointer to the fact that this is just the only country he has now. And being the only country he has now, he must wake up to seeing that before his departure from this war, he also helped in fixing the country. And I love the fact that this is happening when it is one of his very good ally that is on the throne. It is time for everyone to put their hands together and get this. But first of all, I would say I condemn the fact that this has happened, because we are talking about a man who had been, I think, a citizen of the country.
But he tore his passport.
Yeah, for a long time, and this kind of disaster coming to him, though for him, no tears, no tantrum, but at the same time, it's one hard feeling that he will have to live with the fact that closer to the time that he's leaving this world, he has been stripped of his, visa to get into the United States of America. It's quite a big blow for him. I don't know what will become of, other personnel. That's other Nigerians who sees this happen, but it's a pointer to the fact that we've got to fix our country.
All right, that's going to wrap it up. Let's hope also that with this action, like my colleague rightly mentioned, he has only one country right now. One country he calls his own, which is Nigeria. I hope that he said something, his last statement, that in the face of discrimination, you must not be silent, because you are as guilty as the act itself if you decide to be silent. There's been a lot of discrimination going on in Nigeria, and he has really been silent ever since his ally, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has been enthroned. In fact, I think there was a name, they gave him a building to his name, some sort of honorary stuff in Abuja, and he has not rejected it. And I know that before Bola Ahmed Tinubu came in, he has always been a vocal voice. His voice has been very strong in any case of misgovernance, any case of discrimination. But for a while now, he has been quite laid back, very unlike Professor Wole Soyinka. But then again, he has freedom of association, and no one can take that right away from him. Let's go wrap it up. Let's meet in that conversation.